Okay, so we're here in Olympia gym, leg day with the coach, Joe. So he's gonna fuck me up, no doubt. But we're really trying to focus on the outer sweep of the legs this off-season phase. And I really want to show you guys like how we're approaching off-season, things that we're doing, give you a little bit of an insight to lifestyle. And it's a very focused approach, but we have a bit more relaxed than usual, right? Which is, I think, very important and something that I've kind of forgot over the years. So it's going to be really good to show you some lifestyle stuff and on kind of what we get up to on a normal day-to-day sort of life. But to now, it's leg day and full leg day, so quads and hamstrings. Focus is, like I said, going to be out sweep, and let's get after it. Okay, so slowly just warming up the quads before we go into our working sets. This is the Pinata leg extension. It's actually really smooth, really nice. So just getting the knees nice and warm, quads nice and warm, and then we're going to head into the working sets. Throw probably a little intensifier in there, and then move on. Joe will kind of surprise me with what's going on, and the pain will start to come. Come on. See what we've got here? Jamie's really dominant through his teardrops. That's medialis. Look at the toe position in here. It's pointing in. Everything's still very dominant through here, so we're going to adjust this foot position on the next set. Come on. Good. Go through here. Come on. There. Use the pad there. Now he's up. And again, carry that tension. Come on. How are we doing this rep? Come on. Like, take the negative. So these things, before we start any set, is trying to create tension in the right place of the muscle group before we even start. But most people will get into like a leg extension, for example, they'll just sit back and then they'll start doing the reps. So what we want to really do is, you're using the foot pad on the way down to get our foot position and to already create tension through the quads. I always say it's like, imagine you're on stage and you're flaring your quads. So now we are flexing, we've got tension. So then we sit back into the movement with tension, then they're already lit up, and then we're just flexing through that range. And you're just keeping it locked in.
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
Up. Partials at the bottom. Get that stretch. Tension, tension, now partials. Just there, come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so first exercise, we did leg extension, 2 working sets. Then add a little intensifier for the last set, working sets, so 3 working sets at all. Last one being a little partial reps to the end. And then we're going to move into hack squats. This is our big squatting movement. So we're going to do the hack squat here. Now when we're doing this movement, we're trying to let the knees just fall out, so we really target the outer sweep. And also not going so low that we're kind of taking tension off that outer sweep. So if you notice, I'll be stopping a little bit shorter and controlling and pausing in that stop, rather than allowing me to go all the way down, just because I don't want to involve any hamstrings or glutes or anything like that. So we want to keep it in the quad and specifically in the outer sweep. So like I said, when you're coming down, let the knees fold out. And again, as you push up, keep the knees out so you're hitting the outer sweep. Up and out, up and out. Drive out there. rack it. 5 bottom portion, 5 top portion, 5 full reps. Up to there. Come on, squeeze up, a little higher, just there. Squeeze up, good, come on. Blow them out. A little deeper, there. Let it release, perfect, come on. Okay, so 2 working sets on the hack squat. We did 1 all out set of 20 reps. And then we did 1 set where we went to failures, for around 10 to 12. We then took a rest. We did 5 portions at the bottom, 5 portions at the top, and then failure, full reps to failure. So again, from my foot position there, feet slightly wider, turn the ankles out, feet out, and allow my knees to go outwards. And when I'm pushing up, again, pushing outwards. So it's just good having Joe here as well, because he constantly cues my movements. So it makes me really think about what I'm doing and make sure I'm using all my out sweep, because I have a tendency to put more pressure on the inside of my quad, my VMO, because it's stronger. So it's really good having Joe here just to manipulate my feet.
It's not just foot positioning, because you can have your feet positioned, knees traveling over till you think it's going to be your outer quad. But if you're still pushing through the balls of your feet on the inside, you're still taking the strain here wherever the knees are tracking. You've got to push on the outside and transfer the tension. So you're bowing out, you're pushing up and out through the outside of the foot like a ballerina, and everything comes through. But you can do that with straight feet as well. You just got to make sure that the weight is traveling out. You see the difference? It's like you're on stage, flaring the quads out, and that's where the movement needs to go, as opposed to being in, and you're dominant through here. You can see, just doing that movement, dominant coming through here, as opposed to coming out and flaring, and it's transferred the weight on the outside of the quads. So it's just small details that make a big difference.
Good. 1.
Here, there. That's it. Perfect. Feel that release, man, right there. Just there. There you go. Keep push, straighten the knees up. Straighten the knees up there. That's it. That's it. That's it. Feel it much more down here now. Come on. Trap it in there. Good. Come on, Vic. Good. Hold 1, flex. And again. Hold 1, flex. 1 more. Hold 1, flex. Now hold, lock out, and rest. 2. 1. 1 sec, flex. Come on, sit back, there, flex. 2 more. Hold, flex. 1 more. Hold, flex, good. You get to that catch point, you're stopping it and then you're flexing through. It's just flex, not the, because that's when we start to lose it and your dominant muscles take over. So we're coming down, flex, squeeze, flex, hold, squeeze, flex. Much better. Come on. Just step. Closer together. There. Use the pad to create the tension on the outer sweep. That's it. Much better. Come on. Use the pad. Nice, all outer sweep. Come on. Good, create tension on the pad, You're using this to flex through. Go. There you go. And again. and partials, and partials. Come on, use the pad. Is that better? So what we're doing finishing these is we've literally just done everything to put blood in the quad so that it's fully blown. And then when you've got blood in the muscle, it's always nice to do a stretch motion. And what we're trying to do here is the seat all the way back. So we've got all the blood engorged in the quad. So when you lean back and stretch, it's literally creating so much tension through the muscle. And then the idea is to use this pad. So whatever movement we're doing, chest, back, biceps, whenever you've got something supported, the opposite side of the muscle is where you want to create the tension. So if I want tension through the quad without a sweep, the tension needs to come from the back of the pad through that part of the hamstring, because the weight's transferring through. And you're using this to spot you to create tension through while you're flexing. It's the same with any chest supported row. You're using your chest to create the tension, driving it into the pad to create the tension through the back. So you should always be thinking for the opposite part of the muscle you're trying to activate is what you're using as your spotter to create the tension. Exactly what we're doing here. When you've got a piece of equipment, use it to hit the muscle that you want, the target muscle that you want. A lot of minutia goes into it at this point. It's simply not just sitting in a machine and moving a weight.
Okay, so quad's done. Now we're on to hamstrings. We did 4 exercises for quads. Last exercise was stretching out on the leg extension. Now we're heading over to hit some hamstrings, full leg day. So we're going to isolate the hamstrings here using a single leg hammer strength curl. Really flexing hard at the top, trying to get a real good contraction at the top. Did the first set, 20 reps, probably increase the weight every set they're on, and then probably move on to another hamstring movement. So fill up the hamstrings and then finish off with the little bits.
So you saw with Jay's intro workout, shake and carbohydrate. We really formulated nitrox to add a ton of volume. So Jay's weaker body parts, if he's actually got any, we're really trying to bring up his outer sweep. So this is really important on leg day. If you're really trying to add volume to any body part, females, if you're trying to bring up your glutes, guys, chest, arms, leg, whatever it may be, this formula is designed specifically to increase sarcoplasmic volume. So it's going to drag all the nutrients intracellular. So make sure you're well hydrated, got a good electrolytes, and put this in. You've got 10 grams of citrulline to increase blood flow. You've got 5 grams of glycosides. That pulls in all of the amino acids, all of the minerals, all of the electrolytes into the muscle. Everything is about delivery, and this is a big misconception with supplements. You see high dose citrulline, you see glycosides. The key to these products are how you're getting things into the cell. So this is overloaded with taurine. You've got gramin there, which increases exercise performance, but it helps transfer things into the cell. We've also got estrogen in here. Now, most people dose at 50 milligrams because that's what the study states. We've got 75 in here because we are not designing supplements just for Joe Public. We have people with more muscle mass training at higher performances, and I noticed a remarkable increase in using higher doses of estrogen in our products. So you go and test, look at every product on the market, they go with 50 milligrams, we've got 75 in here, and you feel the difference. Sometimes you can read a label, but until you take something, you can't feel it. You can't feel a label. Try it, you'll feel the difference.
Okay, so seated leg curl to finish off hamstrings. Just doing 2 all-out sets, and then we're just going to finish off a back off set. Here's now, it's just like putting blood in the hamstrings, contracting hard as fuck. As you can see, we've done quite a lot for legs already, so these are kind of the finishing off movements. But this pre-core machine's amazing to get a real nice contraction. Feels like you got cramp when you come out. So here, and then probably just some little bits. I think I got some calves to do after this. That's pretty much leg day wrapped up. So I want to give you a big insight to, you know, what's going on in the off season. Obviously follow that and transition that into prep. So we're still kind of gauging the volume a little bit at the moment, because Joe will tell you I'm one for doing too much if he doesn't tell me off. So he keeps me reined in for now. Obviously, because he's here, it helps a lot, because obviously, you know, he's pushing me through it. But when he goes in 2 weeks' time, we'll have a full sort of plan set out for my training. When I'm by myself, and then when I train with Gina, you know, so it's going to be exciting. We've pretty much mapped out shows already, so we have a good timeline. We'll go through that in more detail on one of the other days, and, you know, chat about it on camera. So finish off with this hamstring curl and then go on to the next. Okay, so finishing off adductor to the inner thigh, and that is pretty much a wrap. Leg day done with Joe. Again, like I said, very specific, trying to bring up that outer sweep for shows this year. So stay tuned, because we have plenty coming. I want to give you an insight to, you know, off season, the lifestyle, you know, how we approach off season, and also a bit of an insight to training, supplementation that I use during this phase. And, you know, like I said, shows are pretty much mapped out. So, you know, come along for the journey, subscribe, like my YouTube, and plenty more content coming soon.